From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, August 24th, 2015. Silver is trading at $15 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,161 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $222. Antiwar.com reports talks in the village of Panmunjom in the DMZ between North and South Korea continued deep into Monday morning, bringing them into a third day with no signs of any resolution of the latest round of tension between the two nations. Tensions had been stepping up for a couple of weeks with the dispute over a border landmine, leading South Korea to reinstall loudspeakers to broadcast propaganda into the north. This continued up until Thursday when North Korean forces took a shot at one of the loudspeakers. With both sides openly talking about war, the talks began on Saturday with officials from both sides trying to come up with some understanding that would cool things down a bit. Marathon talks on Saturday continued into Sunday, and after a brief recess, they resumed, with Sunday talks going into Monday. The two nations have been in a state of war since 1950 and go through such blow-ups on a fairly regular basis. Though there is always the threat of such an incident escalating further, they usually reach some sort of understanding and return to relative calm. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spendabit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spendabit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. UPI reports the United Kingdom and Iran reopened their respective embassies on Sunday as a coordinated move to signal improving relations following the recently signed nuclear agreement. UK Foreign Secretary Philip Hammond visited Tehran for the opening, where he was met by Iranian representatives, including AJ Sharma, the new UK Charge d'Affaires representative from the Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and other diplomatic community members. Relations between the UK and Iran deteriorated after sanctions were imposed on the Islamic Republic over its nuclear program. In 2011, a group of student protesters assaulted the embassy, which led to its closure. Britain then closed the Iranian embassy in London and ordered all Iranian diplomats to leave the country. The move to reopen comes as Iran reached a nuclear deal last month with 6 other world powers over its nuclear development program. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports rainy weather put a damper on a plan for hundreds of women to shed their tops at a popular New Hampshire beach on Sunday in a statement for gender equality, with only 2 or 3 dozen showing up. More than 1,300 people had indicated that they would attend the event at Hampton Beach. The gathering was inspired by Free the Nipple, a 2014 documentary and national movement that, in the words of its proponents, seeks to stand against female oppression and censorship. The Hampton Beach gathering coincided with Go Topless Day, which is loosely observed in the United States and other countries. Amid a persistent drizzle, the women gathered on a covered stage on the boardwalk, drawing attention and ogling from passers-by. The boardwalk is across the street from a strip of hotels, souvenir shops, bars, arcades, and casinos. Jessica Wardell said she took part to help make toplessness and especially breastfeeding more socially acceptable, saying, "The main problem people have with breastfeeding is they sexualize breast, so it offends them. If we could make breast less taboo, breastfeeding would be much more acceptable in society." Most of the spectators were men, and many wielded cell phone cameras. A couple of female onlookers said they believed the site of the demonstration was not appropriate given the number of families and children on the boardwalk. Organizers of Sunday's demonstration shed their tops in an initial event last month, prompting an outcry among some visitors at the beach. New Hampshire state law bars public display of genitals, but not breast. State Senator Nancy Stiles is working to draft legislation that would allow communities to bar the display of naked breast in certain areas. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.